Kenneth Brown tonight at Evolve Academy. 2 hours of waiter suite. Okay, so I had a question. Is it gi or no gi? Now, if you want to come in with no gi, you can, but every workshop and seminar that you guys hear about up to September 3rd is actually going to be gi. Okay, so all of these workshops are actually for me. The gi, and this is for me. That kind of rhymes. But anyways, I'm actually bringing all my friends and competitors that I know. They're all coming in, whether it's the Wednesday night Russian Judo champion Rustam, Todd Margolis, hopefully we can get him back in here, and then the other two surprise champion guests that I'm trying to finagle to come in here. It's all for me, okay? So everybody that's competing, or everybody that trains, that wants to compete, you're just benefiting from my game plan. Now, let me talk a little bit about the game plan. Okay, most of you guys know every time I set up a training session for one of my competitors, MMA competitors or grapplers, I try to think about the 80-20 rule. Okay, kind of jumble it a little bit, but the 80-20 rule, the way I decipher it for a training plan, is if you're about 6 to 8 weeks out, you're working on the 80% of your game. So all of your game. Okay, you're just picking pieces that you like, and you're trying to put them into a game plan. But then as you get closer, okay, so like say 4 weeks out, 3 weeks out, that flips. You're just going to work on the 20% of your game. Whatever you're already good at, okay, from each position, that's what you're going to just focus on. So this is the way I think about it, 80-20 rule. And there's a guy named Tim Ferriss writes about this, has an awesome book and YouTube videos. You can look it up, Tim Ferriss, 80-20 rule. But again, it's been deciphered a couple different ways. But for me and the training plan I use personally, 80% right now is why I'm focusing on my full game. Okay, so the 20%, when I get closer to September 3rd, you're going to see me just do certain things over and over and over and over. Okay, so you can take this and put it in your game plan if you want, or however you want to decipher it. But the main thing is just get out there and train. Whenever you have a goal, like everybody's asking, why would you ever step back on the mat? 15 years of not competing. I look at it a bunch of different ways. One, I made a promise to myself that when my son was old enough to see me compete, I wanted to lead by example as always. And he's out there competing all the time now on a skateboard and soccer. So I want to be that guy, that dad that always leads from the front. So I'm going to set an example, go out there and do it. But also, I like having this goal because it just gets me fired up. Okay, I've learned so much in the past few weeks when I said I was going to do this. I've learned so much more about every position in jiu-jitsu now, and become so much more proficient at different things. So it just fires you more. It just lights a fire under you, and it makes you exciting. The bad part about this competing stuff though is every day I wake up, man, I got that burning feeling inside, and not stressed, but I'm sure I'm going to be stressed closer to the event. And that's all part of it, okay? So when you look back at this, you're going to think back to these moments, and I like putting it on video, where I'm like, oh man, why am I doing this, okay? I got a very comfortable life now. I can just go in and teach and just hang out and just basically not worry about all this. But that's not leading, okay? I like leading and showing these guys that, especially my son, that, man, competing is fun, okay? Competing is about just bettering yourself, not about actually trying to be better than the person in front of you, which it is kind of, but it's also about making yourself better. So this is why I like competition. It's not for everybody, but I do believe one thing about jiu-jitsu. Every single jiu-jitsu guy, before he gets to black belt, should at least compete once, okay? You should never have a black belt unless you haven't competed. And the only reason for that is because there's no real way to test how you're going to react in a real life confrontation. And this is probably the closest we can get to that. Meaning, no, they're not just punching you. They're not trying to kill you. They're just trying to rip your arms off and choke you out. So, and you don't know the guy. So it's completely different than training with somebody in your academy. Okay, it's completely different because the person across from you is trying to go full blast on you, which I'm sure if you're in an academy, your partners don't do because you got a good academy. Okay, so I personally think that every single jiu-jitsu guy out there at least compete once just to see how you're going to react. And then when you're in an incident, road rage incident or whatever, all those feelings you're going to be able to just control. And the adrenaline dump, you're going to be able to handle it. So these are a couple reasons why. But the 80-20 rule, I know I got off on a tangent. And I'd like to thank all my buddies that are coming in here and helping me get back on the mat. 15 years, baby. That adrenaline's already starting to build up when I think about it. All right. Much love to everybody out there. Make it a great day.